like and subscribe. What unfair advantage do you have? I have 3 uncles that are teachers in the subject I am majoring in, so I have unlimited free tutoring. Well, I wasn't born a medieval peasant, so there's that. My parents have never separated, and have the healthiest relationship I have ever seen out of my free and served parents. I was born with a rare blood disease and given medicine. Tells the first 12 years of my life. Now my blood and hemoglobin can carry a crazy amounts of O2 for some reason, and when I go for yearly checkup the lab results look like I'm blood doping. I can always fall asleep within a few minutes. I have a particularly happy place I go to in my head. It's one of my favorite places to snowboard. I start by imagining myself on the ski lift, riding to the top, strapping into my board, and then I start carving down the fresh groomers, and before I ever get halfway down, I always fall asleep. This has worked for me for over 20 years. I am kinda dumb, so a lot goes over my head, and I never know. I am an extroverted contractor. Most IT people are introverted. Businesses keep me on longer because I can make small talk and even socialize with colleagues. I was told to introduce myself unexpectedly on a call. I panicked and couldn't remember my name for like 5 seconds. So I can't relate. My parents paid for college, so I never had any student debt. I don't know if this is an unfair advantage, but I can control my own dreams. If I'm having a nightmare I can stop it and change it to something else. Always did this since I was kid. I'm quiet, so people open up to me. It makes gathering information easy. Born with loving parents in a developed country. Back when I competed in sports in high school, my body developed polycythemia, a blood thickening disease. Pretty much never got tired. Thicker blood meant more oxygen to my muscles. From what I understand, long distance runners also develop this, as well as people who live in higher altitudes, where oxygen is thinner. I could wrestle pretty much non-stop. It was nice. Don't have it anymore though. I was born on leap day, so I always have a fun fact about myself. I have an unusual ability to be happy, no matter what happens. It is probably inherited. My dad is the same way. And people like happy people, so I have had a good life. I can type incredibly fast. 160 WPM was my all-time high. I have good mental health. They asked for advantages, not superpowers. I have basically no natural talents. That means I completely and utterly up the first 2 to 3 times I try *anything*. I'm extremely used to being unskilled and failing at the things I attempt. But I think my familiarity with failure is my unfair advantage. The first benefit of being accustomed to failure is that it doesn't deter me. Messing up is so natural that I'm willing to try tons of new things, and I can stick out almost any learning curve without getting beaten up over it. The second benefit is that all of my accumulated failures have made me really good at learning. I don't care too much about looking dumb anymore, because that's just the natural way I look in every new situation. So instead I can focus on exploring mechanisms and finding a holistic understanding, which gives a huge boost to the rate I learn stuff. Basically, my unfair advantage is that I'm so used to failing that I can learn any skill I want, and I thrive very well in iterative environments, e.g. game design. I'm ginger, so I lack a soul. My girlfriend is a music prodigy. She has perfect pitch, and her piano skills are really something, so I have a free teacher. Big hands/long fingers for much easier guitar playing. Long fingers. Yes, guitar. I have really insane hand-eye coordination, so most things have come easy to me, which I would consider really unfair, because it is all natural, and not skill-based. I can reach things other people cannot. I am happy to be of service to my shorter stature comrades. My abusive father made me borderline psychic to people's moods. I'm also psychic about rejection. I know it's coming from a mile away. I can't pinpoint why, but I can feel it. Like physically. Sounds bad, but let me tell you, I'm the best salesperson you'll ever meet. I broke sales records at every sales job I ever had. Because I can read minds. Thanks, Dad. I love fresh veggies as a snack. So refreshing and crunchy. Not sure if this is an advantage or some weird curse, but I always forget something wherever I go, but always find it. The craziest one was I lost my prescription Googles about 700 yards offshore in the ocean, and an hour later, and a mile down the beach I randomly find them washed up. Lost my glasses in a hayfield, dropped my wallet in a train station, and went 4 stations past, and lost my backpack with my passport and social security card in an airport. Not even good at finding stuff, some random stranger always finds it and returns it. I'd prefer being able to remember stuff, but it does feel nice to see the good side of humanity constantly. My family runs a grocery store, where I can eat whatever, whenever and for free. Mid-40s, and my house is mortgage free. I have no debt aside from my cars. I have money in the bank, and I'm retired. This, plus my kids get along well with me, and seem to like having me around. 21 meters, 18F, 13 meters. I'd do anything for them. I'm naturally a confident person. Never been depressed, suffered from anxiety, or felt weird about asking for more, from work, life, or whatever. Compared to a bunch of folks I know, it feels like a superpower sometimes. No matter how much sleep I get, I am always rested, and cheery when I wake up. I was born without wisdom teeth. I was born without teeth. I always find money. When I was a child I was going out with my parents, and saw a wallet on the road beside the curb. That wallet was *STUFFED* with bills. We turned it in, of course we are Canadian. The owner turned up, and was very grateful, that he had not lost his mortgage payment. I was rewarded with a $5 bill. I'm here to tell you, that 55 years ago that reward to a child was a fortune. Well, since then I seem to have developed a knack for finding floating money. I have always had this thing, where I look down when I walk. Well, not so much today, because I'm an adult with some self-esteem, but back then. I just found a lot of spare change. It was not at all strange for me to make $2 or $3 a month in change. It doesn't stop there however, because money can be made of paper too. I'm always finding 5s, 10s and 20s. I just found a 22 weeks ago, while walking my dog by a tourist attraction. One time I was walking down the street on a windy day. 3 20s came spinning in the wind and virtually threw themselves into my hand. I purchased an armoire off Craigslist that turned out to have $400 hidden under a drawer. I could go on. Sigh. If only I was as lucky in love. I was born rich enough to enjoy a comfortable life in an extremely expensive city to live in, but I was not born rich enough to be born to complete scumbags in a vicious social circle fatter as God. *RIFE* with questionable ethics and social climbing. Because most of my friends are in the same situation or better, I have gained some insight on this. Social environment. I have 1 foot in, and 1 foot out so to speak, therefore allowing me to both see what goes on inside the circle, but also know that what goes on is to the highest degree. I personally believe that I was born to good people who taught me that I was probably among the luckiest kids in the world and to be grateful for what I have. Anyways, sorry for the long post. Warren Buffett said something along the lines of I want to give my kids enough so that they could do anything, but not so much that they could do nothing. I feel like that is kind of what you're getting at. I don't know if it's truly unfair, but since my parents worked there, Off early in life I didn't have a pay a cent for college. It was thanks to their hard work and sacrifice I'm not in debt right now. So I suppose that's unfair, but I would do the exact same thing for my kid, if I had one. Cilantro tastes like soap to me, but I don't find the taste of soap unpleasant. I can sleep when I want, where I want, and how I want in a matter of seconds. I have a near photographic memory. Being an A student was pretty easy, because I could remember almost everything I read. My body is unable to store much fat for some reason, so no matter how much I eat, and how little I exercise, I never become overweight. People cannot hurt my feelings, if I really don't want them to. Things they say, I just learn to let it all slide right off. Thanks, super abusive family and friends, for all the lessons in resilience. I can estimate the perfectly sized Tupperware for any given amount of leftovers on the first try. When hits the fan and life is looking down, I can rely on the fact that I'm consistently good at one thing at least. My mother is supportive of every career field I may pursue. I have never had any pressure to be a doctor or a lawyer, and I have never experienced any negativity when going into the arts. You've been visited by the ghost of a very important man. Pay your respects by liking and subscribing, and he'll grant you 3 weeks of good luck.